Hey everybody, what's up? OCD Mikey, Hi-Fi Guy here for another edition of the Mikey Show, coming at you live. Well, coming at you pre-recorded anyways. I am getting with you guys to let you know about the Audio Expo, the Florida Audio Expo. I know y'all know that it's coming up this weekend in Tampa, and I will be down there, okay? And you guys can come and meet Mikey down there and see some of my favorite people in the audio industry that are down there. Some of my buds, some of part of the tribe that some rooms that I want you guys to check out. What I've offered, or what I'm going to offer to you guys, or give to you guys, whatever, however you want to call it, is at the HiFi tribe. There's going to be a place to download this sheet, right? This sheet gives you 3 rooms. It's only 3 freaking rooms, okay? You can go in, and in those rooms, you're going to see like AGD Productions. You see Alberto Guerra. You're going to get his signature. Avant-Garde Acoustics. You're going to get Angela Lisi. Get her signature. Tad Laboratories. You get Dave Malkapor or David. There's 2 Daves. There's East Coast Dave and West Coast Dave. So you can get either one of their signatures. Keep in mind, if they're talking to people, don't interrupt them, okay? Don't interrupt Angela if she's talking. Don't interrupt, Alberto if he's talking. But if you come in there, get a signature on here, and then later on, I want you to write the comments of the room. What did you guys think? Okay, and then I can let you guys know back after the show what the comments were, right? Because if you listen to reviewers, like for instance, if I was going to go into these rooms and I'm going to take a video, of course, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say anything bad. Look, I'm just being real. I'm not going to say anything bad about my buddies, right? So if the room sounds like shit, I'm probably not going to say anything, okay? I might say something to them to try and help them get it back together. But typically I'm not going to put that out on the airwaves. But this way, it's all of you all telling us what you heard, so I can't get in trouble for what you guys wrote, okay? All I'm doing is saying what people thought of the room. Now, if you go, you get these 3, and it tells the rooms. AGD Productions is in 1118 and 1206. So it's 1118 and 1206. You can find AGD. Alberto will be in one of those rooms. I'm not sure which one. You'll find Angela in 703, or Angie in 703. For Avant-Garde, which are the killer horn speakers, man. My favorite horns. I've always loved these best. They're phenomenal sounding. And then the Tad Laboratories, which is, again, speakers, but not in the horn. These are dual concentric, highest-end Japanese build. These are going to be in the Bayshore conference room, where East Coast Dave and West Coast Dave are going to be in there. And, go in, and you're going to get a signature. You're going to tell your feedback. Don't write, like if you're giving it to them to sign, right, fold it if you want to, so they don't read if you've already written feedback from the other rooms. That way you kind of keep it private, just fold the page. And what happens is then you guys will turn these into me, okay? You will turn these into me. Everybody that does this, that has 3 signatures, that turns this into me, will get a free high-end CD, okay, from Tony and Labs. Okay, if you guys don't know about Tony and Labs, I'm going to tell you right now, he's making a buzz. And what I'm going to tell you is this guy is named Tony Manassian, okay? And Tony, here it is. I'm going to share that. Tony and Labs is right here, okay? Tony, freaking Tony Manassian. God, dude, I'm losing my frame. Lost my train of thought there. Tony Manassian is a tracking engineer. He's the guy that sets up the microphones. The beauty about what Tony does is he does one take of takes, one single take recordings. So he places the microphone. He's got hundreds of microphones. He chooses the best recordings. He sets it up for the recording, and he does a single mic, a single take. Should I say? You might use 2 mics, stereo mic left and right, but he does a single take. Typically, you will fix things in the mix. They say fix it in the mix. That means if it's bad, you just go in the mix and you change it and you manipulate it. That's what 90% of people in the studios do, not Tony Manassian. He is such a professional at this, and he's so good at this that he just does a single take. He doesn't need to do any mixing. He doesn't need to edit and mess with it. He just takes a single run, mistakes and all, whatever, and puts it onto these 1644 recordings. Now, these are such good 1644 recordings that it's a great way for you guys to know what is possible. And I've told you a million times, all these great big, gosh, I've done this again, man. I wonder if you guys were able to hear me well. Anyways, I've done this, these comparisons between these high resolution BS, MQA, baloney crap, okay? 24/768 baloney. Here's 1644 that we have an open challenge to anybody that thinks they can get better sound from high resolution than we can with a killer recording at 1644. And Tony's, I mean, Michael Fremer talked about this. There's going to be some other guys from some other publications that are learning about Tony's recordings right now, and they're phenomenal recordings. These are excellent test CDs to test out what your system sounds like. They really give an incredible dynamic response. Now you're going to get one of these for free, just for getting 3 signatures and going and listening to those 3 rooms: AGD, Avant-Garde, and TAD Laboratories. And you just return the form to me at the end of the show. I'll collect up the forms. I will be at the show. And you can either get some printed from me if you haven't had a chance, or print your own at home and bring it to the show, and have a pen, and then go do this, because this will help us become, as a tribe, be more involved in the reviewing of the rooms, right? Because we know half of this stuff is all paid for BS. You know, I mean, we know that a lot of these guys that are reviewers or whatever are sponsored by certain dealers. So of course they have to go to these shows and then feature those dealers, because those dealers put food in their mouth, right? Nothing wrong with it, but just we need to understand that this is not paid for, okay? This is just our tribe doing our own little fact-finding mission, and then me out of my pocket giving you something back. These 3 guys are not paying for anything, okay? I'm doing this to give you guys a reason to go in and listen to these rooms, and then you get a free kick-ass CD out of it. You're going to get a random one. I don't know which one. I'm going to get 100 of these things, and then you know, I will give them out to you guys after you turn these in. So that is that. I wanted to tell you about the show. This is a cool show down in Florida, a great place to go, way better than Schaumburg in my opinion, and it's an intimate show, so you guys will get the feeling for what it's like to be at a small show where it's intimate, man, and it's not all like Expona where you're just lost in the smoke of it all. So it's a great place to go, and you know, hey, it's Tampa, Florida, you know, how bad can it be? So thanks to Bart and Deer, who throws this show. Cheers, Bart. Also there's a dealer, Mike from Suncoast Audio, Mike Brevard, who is also puts on this show. Those guys together, and they've got a group that puts this together. So thank you for hosting that, you guys. And so let's have a great time. HiFi Tribe, show up and meet me down there. I'm going to have a new haircut, okay? You guys aren't going to see it until you're down there. I can't stand, this is goofy. I think I look like freaking Benjamin Franklin, right? I tried to get it. It was too long before, man. I had it down to my titties. That was too long to take care of that. It's crazy. So I cut it up to here. Now I look like damn Benjamin Franklin, and it's silly. So I'm going to have a new haircut at the show. And you guys can see, nobody's going to see me until I show up at the show with my new haircut. So if you guys want to see that, I'll see you down there. But thanks for joining. See ya.